Josh, let's go to you. And, we talk a lot about vulnerabilities in this program and a number of facets of it, but I think you have a little bit of a new twist to it. So,
well, maybe an old to it, actually. And it's incredible because what we're talking about, reflection DOS attacks and USB insert a key attack. I mean, are we back in the 90s or something? And actually, that was literally what we're finding in the last year. There's just been some incredible attacks against computer systems and components that we thought were actually addressed. I mean, we thought these things had been gone through with a fine-tooth comb for years and years, and we're still finding vulnerabilities everywhere. So,
well, I think you actually have a very good point. Sorry for the interruption, but I think a lot of that has to do with this transition to Internet of Things to some extent. I mean, the BitTorrent thing doesn't really fit that category, but some of these things where this Internet of Things is something I certainly embrace, but a lot of the devices, or even the manufacturers of those devices, the people developing software for it, are ones that don't have experience with the security ramifications. And in many cases, devices are just being done on the cheap and not being prepared properly for connecting to the internet. And so I think that, in some respects, is one of the underlying causes for this sort of revisiting a lot of the problems that we thought had been addressed in the past. But forgive the interruption. Continue.
Certainly in the Internet of Things example, I mean, like with embedded systems, it's hard to upgrade them, right? I mean, it's hard to update them. So if you make a mistake, and obviously we all make mistakes because we're still talking about flaws in software from 30 years ago, right? So, I mean, this is like something that humans do. We're human. When AI comes and starts writing its own software, I guess things will probably change. But right now, yeah. So definitely for Internet of Things. I mean, you start installing a light bulb, and then it's like, well, how do I upgrade my light bulb when I find out how I have a security vulnerability in my light bulb, right? So, I mean, I guess it's hard for me to complain because this is what I do, and so it's like job security. But, when you think about, geez, we're deploying new stuff, and you come to find out this new stuff has just as many flaws as the old stuff. But, I mean, really my point, I mean, and I think this is actually very healthy. I think this is good that we're finding flaws in these types of components. I mean, it's not great. I wish there weren't those flaws, but the fact that we're finding them, that we're talking about them, we're warning people, I think that's a very good thing.